Do you ever feel like life is unfair, like nothing ever goes your way? Maybe it's the traffic that ruins your morning, the slow Wi-Fi that tests your patience, or the long lines that make you angry. Maybe it's your boss, your family, or just the world itself that feels against you. And what do most people do when things don't go their way? They complain, they are to blame, they vent their frustration, hoping it will somehow fix the problem. But here's the truth: complaining changes nothing. In fact, it does the opposite. It steals your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. The more you complain, the worse you feel. The more you focus on problems, the more powerless you become. And without even realizing it, complaining turns into a habit, one that slowly destroys your mindset. But what if I told you there's a different way? A way to stay calm, no matter what happens. A way to face life with power instead of weakness. The Stoics discovered a simple rule that can save you from this endless cycle of frustration. And once you understand it, you'll never look at complaining the same way again. Stay with me. Don't skip this video, because what I'm about to share might just change how you see your entire life. Complaining feels natural. It gives a quick release, a moment where you feel like you're doing something about your problems. But in reality, you're not. You're just repeating the same frustration over and over again. Think about it. Has complaining ever solved a problem? Has it ever made your situation better? It doesn't. Instead, it makes you focus on everything that's wrong. It keeps you stuck in a loop of negativity, making even small problems feel bigger than they really are. And here's the worst part: complaining makes you weak. It teaches your mind to look for problems instead of solutions. It makes you believe that life is against you, that you have no control, and that the only thing you can do is talk about how bad things are. But life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't get better because you complain. Life gets better because you take action. The more you complain, the less energy you have to actually change things. The more you focus on what's wrong, the less you see what's possible. Complaining is a trap, and if you don't escape it, you will stay in the same place forever. The Stoics had a simple rule that made them unshakable. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. This rule changes everything. It frees you from stress, anger, and frustration. When you stop wasting energy on things outside your control, you become stronger. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can honk, swear, and complain, but will that make the cars move faster? No. But what you can control is your reaction. You can listen to music, make a plan, or simply accept the situation. One choice leads to stress, the other leads to peace. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, faced war, betrayal, and disease. But did he waste time complaining? No. He followed this rule. He focused only on what he could control: his actions, his thoughts, his mindset. Everything else, he let it go. The truth is, most of the things we worry about are out of our hands. The weather, other people's opinions, unexpected problems, these are not under our control, so why waste energy on them? The moment you learn to let go, life becomes lighter. You stop being a victim and start being in charge of your own mind. It doesn't matter how much you complain about something. You cannot change reality with words alone. The rain will not stop just because you're upset. The long line at the store won't move faster just because you sigh loudly. The bad driver on the road won't suddenly become better just because you get angry. Complaining about these things only adds frustration to your life without improving anything. It's like shouting at the wind, expecting it to listen. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that life is full of things that are beyond control. Instead of wasting time complaining, they focused on how to respond. If something is unchangeable, why fight it? If something is within your power, why not fix it instead of talking about it? Every second spent complaining is a second lost. The world does not adjust itself to fit your expectations. Reality will not bend because of frustration. The only thing that changes is your mindset. You either accept and adapt, or you resist and suffer. The choice is always yours. Complaining makes you a prisoner of your own emotions, while control gives you freedom. Complaining does not come for free. It takes something from you every time you do it. It weakens your mind. It makes you focus on what's wrong instead of what can be done. It creates stress, anger, and negativity that follow you throughout the day. And worst of all, it spreads. One complaint turns into another. One bad mood turns into a habit. Before you know it, complaining becomes your default response to life. There is also another cost: your relationships. Nobody enjoys listening to constant complaints. It drains energy, both for you and those around you. People start avoiding the one who always finds a problem, but never a solution. Complaining does not just damage your mindset, it damages your reputation. It shows weakness, not strength. It shows frustration, not control. And deep down, it keeps you stuck. Instead of moving forward, you stay trapped in the same problems, repeating them over and over like a broken record. But the moment you stop complaining, something changes. Your energy shifts. Your focus turns toward action. You stop feeling like a victim and start thinking like someone who is in charge. That is the power of letting go. Every complaint is a wasted opportunity. It's a moment that could have been used to improve, but instead it was spent on frustration. Instead of complaining about a bad situation, there is always another choice: do something about it. If the job is terrible, learn new skills and find a better one. If the body is weak, start exercising. If a goal seems impossible, break it down into small steps and begin. The time used to complain could be the time used to change. The mind follows habits. The more it complains, the more it looks for things to complain about. But the same is true for action. The more effort is put into improvement, the more natural it becomes. The Stoics believed in controlling what is possible and ignoring what is not. Instead of wasting energy on things outside of control, they focused on what could be done. This is how strong minds are built, not by wishing life were easier, but by getting stronger. Complaining gives the illusion of doing something, but real progress only happens through effort. A weak mind talks, a strong mind acts. Strength is not always loud. The strongest minds do not waste time complaining about things they cannot change. They endure, they adapt, and they move forward. The Stoics understood this deeply. They practiced silence, not because they had no thoughts, but because they knew that complaining was useless. They believed in handling challenges with quiet strength, not with empty words. Complaining may feel like control, but in reality it is the opposite. It shows that emotions have taken over, that frustration is in charge. True strength comes from discipline. The ability to stay calm when everything is going wrong. The ability to keep moving without making excuses. The weak argue, the strong endure. Every time frustration rises, there is a choice. Waste time speaking about the problem, or save energy and face it. Complaints bring no solutions. Silence brings clarity. A mind that stays quiet when things go wrong is a mind that stays in control. This is the mindset of a Stoic. This is how real power is built, not by shouting at life, but by mastering it from within. Complaining focuses on what is missing. Gratitude focuses on what is already there. The mind cannot do both at the same time. It is either stuck in frustration or awake in appreciation. Every day brings something to be thankful for, but if the mind is trained to complain, these things go unnoticed. The small moments of peace, the ability to move, to breathe, to think, these are taken for granted when attention is only on what is wrong. The Stoics believed in shifting focus. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they asked, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of thinking about what was lost, they focused on what remained. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about recognizing that even in struggle, something valuable exists. When the mind learns to see this, complaining becomes pointless. Why complain when there is always something to appreciate? The more gratitude is practiced, the less space there is for frustration. The mind becomes lighter, calmer, and stronger. Complaining is a weakness. Gratitude is power. For one day, just 24 hours, try this. No complaints. No matter what happens, do not give in to frustration. If the weather is bad, accept it. If someone is rude, stay calm. If something goes wrong, look for a way to fix it. Watch how the mind reacts. The habit of complaining will try to return, but resist it. Let the moment pass without feeding it with words. This challenge is simple but not easy. Complaining has become so normal that it happens without thinking. But the moment it stops, something changes. A new kind of power appears. The ability to control reactions, to stay calm, to rise above the small annoyances of life. This is the mindset of a Stoic. Complaints do not make life better, but discipline does. Complaints do not solve problems, but action does. After 24 hours, notice the difference. The energy saved, the mind clearer, the emotions under control. Imagine living like this every day, not controlled by frustration, but in control of it. The challenge starts now. Can you go one full day without a single complaint? The world is unpredictable. Problems will come, challenges will test patience, and things will not always go as planned. But complaining will never make life easier. The only real power is in control over thoughts, actions, and reactions. A Stoic does not waste time blaming the world. A Stoic adapts, accepts, and moves forward with strength. Nothing outside can shake a mind that is steady inside. Next time frustration rises, remember this: complaining is weakness. Action is power. Every moment is a choice, to waste time on anger or to use energy for solutions. The mind that controls itself controls everything. If this video helped shift your perspective, like, share, and subscribe. Let's spread the mindset of strength. And if you have a story or a challenge you're facing, share it in the comments. Let's learn from each other. Stay strong, stay stoic,